Welcome to Fitness Fridays. Today's fitness focus is functional fitness. The props that you're going to need include a sturdy chair, preferably one that doesn't have arms, a yoga mat and a pillow, or you can use your bed. I don't have shoes on. However, if you feel more comfortable wearing shoes when you transition from a sit to a stand, please keep your shoes on. We're going to get started in sitting, and every segment of exercise that we do today is going to pertain to something that you do as part of your everyday. And let's see if you can figure that out. What I'd like you to do is come forward on your chair, set your feet flat on the ground, and lift your posture up nice and tall. On the count of 3, I'd like you to take your left ankle and cross it over your right knee. 1, 2, 3, lift big. Did you get that leg up there? If not, let's try it again. Release that leg down. Lift posture up. On the count of 3, I want you to use a lot of power. 1, 2, 3, lift big. And support that leg if you need to with your hands. Hold and release. 3 more times on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, lift big and sit tall. Release. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, lift it big and sit it tall. And on the last time, we're going to hold it up there. Release that leg down. Pull the posture up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, lift it big, and now hold that leg there. So what do you think this helps with every day? Guess what? Putting on socks and shoes. Often this range of motion is reduced in people who have Parkinson's disease, and likewise as we age. So it's really important to get this stretch. And while you're here, a great opportunity to stretch those toes, which you sometimes might have cramping, especially at night, or especially come the summer months where you're wearing more of flip-flops and those toes are grabbing. I want you to pull forward on those toes and hold. And focus now on your breath and reflect on how much power you gave to that motion, because we're going to do the opposite side. Let's hold for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Posture is tall. That right leg has its opportunity. On the count of 3, you're going to lift it up big. 1, 2, 3, and pull that ankle over the knee and sit it up tall. Hold here. Release it down. You've got 4 more tries. 1, 2, 3, pull it on up. Sit it tall. Maybe press down for a little stretch. And release. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Pull that leg up. Sit it up. Stretch. Release. Final 2. 1, 2, and 3. Pull it up big. Sit it up tall. Hold. And release. Last time now. 1, 2, 3. Pull it on up. Support that leg and give those toes a stretch into extension. Lift that posture and just breathe with me. Deep breath in and exhale. And one last time. Deep breath and exhale. We move on. Release that leg down. I want you to scoot forward in your chair. I'll demonstrate first. On the count of 3, you're going to take your left leg and lift it out to the side big and then back in. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. Lift that leg out and bring it back. 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. Leg is out. Leg comes in. 3 more. Really try to focus on the lift. 1, 2, 3. Pull that leg out. Bring that leg back. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. Go out and back. Last time. 1, 2, and 3. Big lift and hold. Now, I'm going to count to 3. I want you to pull that other leg out. 1, 2, 3. Big lift. And guess what we're doing? Getting out of a car. It's really important to get both legs out of a car so that you can lean forward and stand up tall. We're going to release down, bring both feet back to the center, and we're going to go the opposite way. On the count of 3, I want you to pull your right leg out to the side of the chair. 1, 2, 3, big lift. and bring it back. Think of the lip of that door that you've got to lift that leg over. On the count of 3, again, 1, 2, 3, big lift, knee and hip stay bent. And now bring it back. 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, leg goes out. Leg comes back. 2 more times. 1, 2, and 3, leg is out. And leg is back. Last time. 1, 2, 3, hold that leg out. Position your hips to then bring that opposite leg with it. It's really important to reposition the hips. You've got to be at the edge of that car seat in order to really shift your weight to get out of the car. We're going to move on now. Legs come back to center, and you're going to sit up tall. Whenever we sit for long periods of time, the body gets stiff as it stays still. So something that I coined is called movement prepping. You want to get your movement prepped before you go and give some coordination back to the body so that it makes it easier to start movement. So follow with me. You're sitting in a chair. It's time to get up. You're going to scoot to the edge, and you're going to kick one heel out and pull it back in, and then the opposite, out and in. Let's do that a bit more rhythmically and a little faster. Take it out and in, out at a diagonal and in for 8 more sets, and out, and 7. Take it out. Try to really lean side to side, starting to feel some rhythm. You have 6 more. Keep going. And 5. Good. You're loosening up those legs, reaching with your feet. You have 4 more. Keep smiling, 2. 3. Final 2 before we start to march, and go right into it with me. Last time, now we march. You lift and lift. Lift and lift. So warming up the hips now. Okay, starting again to feel rhythm as those feet make contact with the floor. You can do this as well. And we're moving right up the chain so that when you stop, you can shift weight side to side. That'll help you when you first come to standing to cue that body to shift weight side to then start moving. So let's prepare to start to stand. Feet are flat. Scoot back in your chair. On the count of 3, I want you to scoot forward in the chair by pushing down through the hands and leaning forward. 1, 2, 3, push down, come forward. 1, 2, 3, push back. We're going to do that 2 more times. This time, I really want you to lean further forward and press through your feet more so that you can clear your bottom from the chair and bring it forward. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, lean forward and scoot it. 1, 2, 3, bring it on back. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, you scoot it forward. And on the count of 3, 2, 3, you scoot it on back. Now, we're going to bring it forward, big push through the hands, and we're going to prepare to stand. You want to make sure that your feet are underneath your knees. If you need to use your hands, you do so. If you want the challenge, you reach forward with both hands or just keep one hand on the chair. On the count of 3, you're going to lean your weight forward over your feet and stand up nice and tall with a big posture. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, lean forward over the feet, stand tall and open that posture. Relax your arms, and I want you to shift your weight side to side. Before you start to move, it's really important that you shift your weight to avoid freezing of gait or those stutter steps. Let's stop that weight shift. Hands forward, and let's sit it on down. Hands back to the seat, roll your shoulders back. We go again. 1, 2, 3, lean forward and stand up big, arms relax. Let's shift weight side to side for 2 more. You've got it. And 1 more, and stop. Now check your feet. Make sure that they're a hip distance apart. Arms are forward. We're going to sit it right on back down. And we're going to do that 1 more time. Here we go. Hands are forward on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Dive it forward. Stand it up nice and tall. Relax your arms and shift your weight because now we're going to get moving to our next segment. As I step away, notice I'm shifting my weight so that I can unload 1 foot and take a big step. That side step is really great for moving away from a kitchen table or a dining room table or when you're out to eat. I'm going to position my chair forward on my yoga mat as we're going to transition into a kneel. If you need support for your knees, just grab a pillow and place it underneath. I'm going to place my hands on the seat of the chair. I'm going to bring one knee down slowly and then the other knee down. Finding comfort here, and as you might have guessed, this practice is going to bring us to better able to get up off the floor. Hands stay on the chair. I'd like you to shift your weight to the side and draw one foot up in a big way. Shift weight away from that foot and release that leg down. Do that 4 more times, shifting away to lift, shift away, and return. Now, if you only get halfway, that means that you haven't shifted your weight quite enough, or you don't quite have the flexibility and you may have to take your foot further out to the side. Let's try it 3 more times. Shift out and lift, shift and lower. 2 more, shift out and lift, shift out and lower. 1 more, shift out, lift, shift out and lower. Opposite side. Shift your weight over now to the opposite leg. Lift your opposite foot. Keep the weight on that staying leg and return. 4 more times. Shift over, pull up, shift over, relax down. 3 more. Shift over, pull up, shift over, and down. 2 more. Stay with me. Shift over and up, shift over and down. Last time, let's do it. Shift over and up, shift over and down. Slowly walk yourself away from the surface that you are supporting so that you may bring hands down to the floor, and let's just give your posture a little stretch before we move on. I want you to inhale and round out your back, and then exhale, flatten that back and like your dog, wagging the tail. Do that 3 more times. Inhale to round it out, and exhale, opposite direction, and give that arch. 2 more. Inhale, round it out, and relax. Last time. Inhale, round it out, and relax. Now, really tough one. From here, you are going to take your hip down to the floor. As you might have guessed, again, we're still on that floor transfer theme. On the count of 3, often people have difficulty transitioning from here back to all 4s. What I want you to do on 3 is really power up through that hand and draw those hips back up. Let's do it. Bring that hip down on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Big reach, push through the hips, use those abdominals and bring your hips up. Let's do that 2 more times. Dropping that hip down on the count of 3. Big reach and come up and shift that weight. 2 more. Hip goes down slowly. 1, 2, 3. Big punch forward to come up and shift. And let's do that 1 more time. Drawing that hip down slowly. Taking a breath here. 1, 2, 3. Big push. And you're up. But we got to try the other hip. So on the count of 3, you're going to lower it down, bringing that hip down. From this angle, watch how much my torso pushes as I come up and I continue to shift my weight. Let's bring that hip down again. 1, 2, 3, push. Notice how my arms get into the motion as well. 2 more times. Hip comes down. 1, 2, 3, push. And last time, hip goes down. 1, 2, 3, and push. Sometimes people have difficulty from that transition, and what you can do to modify is take your hand to a chair. So if you're on a hip, reaching to a surface that's higher can draw that weight up higher versus the hand coming down. Something to consider as we now move on to lying on your back. So at this point, you want to set up your yoga mat and pillow or transition to the bed. Exercises that we're gonna do now impact bed mobility that you may be having trouble with. I'm gonna reset this chair here, guide myself down, slowly come down onto my back with my head supported. My legs are long, my heels are down, and my toes are straight up. My arms are relaxed. I'm going to take my right arm and I'm gonna reach across to my left shoulder. And then I'm gonna bring it on down. And I'm gonna do that again. Reach across big and come down big. And 3 more, across and down. Nice job. 2 more, across. Push through your heels. Bring it down. 1 more time, across and bring it down. Left hand now, big reach across and come down. Are you pushing through your heels? Are you using your legs? Try again. Reach across big, pull it down big. Let's do 3 more. Big reach and relax. 2 more, big reach and relax. Last time, big reach and relax. And bend both knees, something commonly forgotten when trying to roll to one side in bed. Get those legs into it, arms out to the side. I want you to take one hand, take a breath in, and on that exhale, reach across big and bring hands together. You're completely on your side. Take a breath in and exhale, open back and release onto your back. Another inhale here. Exhale, roll to the side big. Take a breath in and exhale, release back down. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, push through your feet and roll. Breath in and exhale, release. 2 more times before we switch it up. Breath in and exhale to the side. Breath in and exhale, release. Last time, inhale, exhale, roll, breath in, and release. Reset those feet, flick those hands out, relax your shoulders. You're going the opposite way. Take a breath in, exhale, notice through my legs, I'm pushing as I roll. And then I come back. Let's take that a little bit bigger and a little bit further. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, big push and roll. And then come back. 3 more. Push through those feet and reach with that arm. Big push and roll back. Last 2. Big push and roll back. And 1 more time. Big push and roll back. Let's keep those arms out to the sides. Flip your palms down though. And say you've gotten into bed and you're in a diagonal. Okay, hips and shoulders are not in alignment. I want you to bend your knees and let's focus on the count of 3 to bump your hips over to the side and you're in alignment and then back. Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, bump to the side. 1, 2, 3, bump it back. 1, 2, 3, bump side. 1, 2, 3, push back. 3 more. 2, 3, bump side. 3, 2, 1, bump back. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, bump side. 1, 2, 3, bump back. This time on the last one, dig those elbows down. 1, 2, 3, bump side. Notice how you can get a little shoulder elevation too. 1, 2, 3, bump back. Arms out to the side. On the count of 3, I'm going to roll to face you. You do the same to me. 1, 2, 3, big roll. And I'm going to push up into sitting to leave you with a fitness tip. And that is activities of your everyday living. You can put more effort and power into them and make them more of an exercise. So keep on moving. See you next time.